So I've been making these videos where I buy these bags of dirt off Amazon for around $100 and I dig through the dirt and usually find about half my money back in gold. And so far, all the gold I've found is smelted into this one little nugget that I had valued at around
3.6 grams, $224.43.
$224, but that wasn't enough gold. So in this video, I've spent over $1,000 on these dirt bags to see how big of a gold bar we can create from all the gold we find, with the goal being to sell it at the end of the video to the pawn shop guy for as much money as possible. When I first got and opened up the package, I saw that they gave me a letter for buying so much gold, and then they also gave me a few gifts, including this rock that was a quartz rock, this bottle of gold flakes. Not really sure how much gold's in it, but that's cool. Then it was just time to get started with the first bag of dirt. One of these bags is about $130, and I'm hoping to find at least half my money back. Sounds like a good investment, am I right? Each bag we're gonna put in a small vial, and we're gonna see which vial has the most, and in the end we're gonna add up all the gold and combine it into one bar. It came with a lucky bag, which contains about 50% more gold than all the other bags. We're gonna do this one last. And I started with the original method that I've been using in all my short videos, where I put it in this sifty thing and sift out all the little pieces to find the big chunks of gold. We're gonna be looking for the gold. Here's gold right off the bat. Our first piece of gold. Right off the bat, I found this piece of gold, and then immediately we found another piece of gold. And just like that, I put it in the container and our collection was starting to build. And then immediately we found two more chunks. Whoa! This chunk that looked like a disc. We got a flaky flake. I added it to the container and continued our search for gold. We've located two chunks, 1 and 2. I grabbed this chunk, put it in the vial, then I saw the other one, put it in the same container. Then Jack pointed out another one for me that I grabbed. And then we only saw one more big chunk, and it was time to weigh it. And to weigh it, you have to reset it with a normal vial, then put it on like this, and it weighed 0.71 grams. And then I sweeped the finer part of the dirt into this sifter so I could put it through this water machine and try to get the rest of the gold out.
See gold at the top.
And starting out, this method was working really good because at the bottom we were able to find all these. All the stuff we found down there. Wow, bro. Pretty sick.
My knees hurt.
So then I wanted to see what would happen if instead of sifting the bag first, we just put an entire bag through this machine. Oh my gosh. And immediately we were finding all these big chunks getting collected at the top, and it was way easier than just sifting it and looking for them. And then we took the rest of the machine apart because apparently to find the even smaller pieces, you're supposed to put this thing in water and do all these other sort of processes that I'm sure I didn't do right. But anyway, we found all this extra gold. So I guess I did something right. So we put it in the container, and this is how much we have. This is all the gold we found. We found this in one bag and this in another. We spent about all day looking for gold and only found the gold in 2 bags, and we probably lost a lot of it. But I'm determined to find all the gold and create the ultimate gold bar that we're gonna be selling at the end of this video to the pawn shop guy. But first, we're gonna weigh this gold. I'm gonna put this empty one on there, kind of reset it like this, take it off, and then you can put another one with gold. We got 0.92 and 0.93. That's about 50 bucks per bag, about 100 bucks here. And we got 5 more bags to go. And we're also gonna be adding it on to this little nugget of gold. I have this nugget of gold right here that we found in other bags of dirt. Probably about 3 bags of dirt made this nugget. I also got this silver in here. This is worth like far less. It's like gambling, honestly. And with 5 bags to go, I decided to do 2 at a time. Very slowly pouring. And yeah, here's a little compilation of me going through the first bag and finding chunk after chunk, and we were actually doing quite well. We were finding a lot of gold. And then we moved on to the other bag and kept on finding a few more chunks, nothing too crazy. And then it was time to weigh in, see how much gold we found in both bags. Put it on the scale and it came in at 1.92 grams, which is actually a lot. So that's pretty good. We're gonna do this whole other bag very slowly. Cut this bag open. We're gonna pour a little bit of the gold in here, and we're gonna just go like this. We're gonna stop for a second and see if it did anything. See any nuggets yet? Oh, we spotted a nugget. We got a little nuggie. All right, more dirt. Gonna get a nice flow like we're at a river. Slowly pour it in there. Oh, I see a chunk already. No. Oh, I pulled that chunk out of the river.
That chunk.
One, two. Got 1, 2, 3 chunks. And after all that hard work in the river, we now have 3 vials, and the newest one weighs 0.91. It weighs 0.91. Basically, we are on track with all of our gold to have about a $400 or $500 bar. We should make maybe about 600 bucks back. Is that mathin'? I got so much Ayres Skibbity. We've officially got this other bag and this lucky bag left. Let's start with the lucky bag. I want to see what's in it. So I got started with the lucky bag, hoping to find way more gold than I normally would in the other bags because, you know, it's a lucky bag. And it seems like we actually were. I found this massive chunk right here, put it in the container, and then I poured some more sand in and found this other chunk that was also pretty massive. I can literally drop it in like this. And then after a little bit more searching and sifting, we found the biggest chunk we'd seen. Wow. We found a ball hiding. Oh my gosh. I want to weigh this on its own. We found a rock. Dang, is that even real? That's pretty. We're just gonna weigh it all by itself. Ready? And I put it on the scale and it weighed 0.45 all by itself, which is a ton. And then I put it in with the other gold from the lucky bag and it weighed 0.85 so far, but we still had all the finer pieces to find and add to the container. And after adding all the finer pieces we found to the container, it was actually weighed in at way more, 1.35. 1.35 grams. That is the most we found in any bag so far. So I guess the lucky bag was a little bit more lucky. I was kind of hoping to find more. And I'm not going to show it because it's boring, but this is what we found in the last bag. And I weighed it on the scale at 0.86 grams, so it was the lowest of all of them. But we had all our gold ready, and it was time for the next stage of turning it all into a singular gold bar to sell at the pawn shop. So I went out to this really skilled retired jeweler's house who told me he was going to come out of retirement just to help me melt my gold down into a perfect bar.
Hey,
How are you?
good, good. Welcome.
I got some more gold.
Okay, okay.
And he just poured each container into this little crucible one by one, and it was adding up to look like a ton of gold, way more than I even expected. So he lit up his torch thing and then just put it directly on all the gold, and slowly but surely it started melting and melting all together, disintegrating into a little ball of gold. And after a really long while of putting a lot of really hot heat on the gold, it had liquefied and then completely turned into one piece. The jeweler put some little tool on it to test if it was ready, and it was. And it looked so beautiful. He then put it in this water to cool it down, and it was done.
Ooh. Wow. There it is.
You finally have a coin, bro.
None left. Wow, you did way better than I would have.
Oh, that is a good shot of the gold on my end.
And when we weighed it, it now weighed shockingly over 10 grams.
We got a 10-gram piece of gold.
Man, this thing looks so much cooler. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And now it was finally time to take it to the pawn shop and see how much I could sell my gold bar for.
What's up, Dylan?
Oh, you know how I had all those gold nuggets from the bags of dirt I was buying?
Yep.
Well, I spent quite a bit more money on these bags of dirt as an investment, buying a bunch more gold to add to my nugget.
Okay.
I think last time we were here, my nugget was worth what, like almost 200 bucks?
Seems to be, yeah. You bought some more dirt.
Yeah, and we melted it all into one piece. Are you ready for this?
Oh, yeah. How big did you got? Oh, wow. That's a big one.
Yeah, it looks really good now, huh?
Wow, yeah. Did you melt that yourself?
No, I didn't.
I was going to say, it's pretty smooth around the edges for you to be melting it.
I want you to weigh it, you know, see what carat it is.
10.6 grams. Wonder what carat it is. Test it. Well, it's better than 14. Try some 18. Better than 18.
Wow.
See where we're at. Some 22 here. Oh. There it goes. 20 carats.
20 carats. That's worth a pretty penny, isn't it?
Yeah. $725.
No way. It's worth that much?
Yep.
Wow. Should I sell it or should I keep it for it to go up in value?
Why don't you just ask your audience what they think?
Yeah, you know what? I'll just hold on to it for now. And if they think I should sell it, I'll sell it.
Well, if you decide to sell it, offer stands till tomorrow.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds good.
Have a good day.
You too. So yeah, you guys let me know what I should do with my gold piece. But in the meantime, peace out and subscribe.